Destination film series. This one also was very monotonous, repetitious, and I would also give it one Paglia and a half paw prints of approval, okay? That's the current Final Destination film. All About Steve is a cute romantic comedy with Sandra Bullock, who's actually portraying a young woman half her age, and she portrays a young woman who is a crossword puzzle constructionist. She plays a woman who devises the crossword puzzles that appear daily in the newspapers, and she meets a cameraman named Steve, and she's also astrologically inclined. Her parents have set her up with Steve because she's still living with them, and at first she balks at the idea, but then he turns out to be a nice looking fella, and she thinks maybe there's a romance involved, and so she starts to pursue him very aggressively as he makes his way to various TV locations where he has to be the cameraman. So will they or won't they get together, or is there something more that's really more meaningful than just having a romance with Steve? This is a cute romantic comedy. Sandra Bullock was criticized by a lot of critics because they thought it was a film where a much younger actress should have played the role. Whereas when she did The Proposal several months ago, it was believed that she was playing a woman who was her age of 45, and so it was appropriate, whereas this was more audacious on her part. But I have to admit that even though it was somewhat juvenile, it was still pleasant and entertaining, and did have a nice theme that added more substance to the film in the climactic moments. So I would give All About Steve 1, 2, 3 Paglia paw prints of approval, okay? That's All About Steve. Sorority Row is basically a kind of variation on the I Know What You Did Last Summer films, where a group of college sorority sisters decide to play a prank on the boyfriend of one of their sorority sisters who has been unfaithful. So they give him some drugs to give her, and she is going to pretend to not respond, so that then he'll be frightened out of his wits that he has maybe killed her. So they're videotaping the whole thing. And of course she doesn't respond, and he's panicking, and so they say to him, well, we'll take care of this. And so they all take her out in a car into a remote area near a mine shaft, and they put her down, and she's saying, well, should I reveal everything yet? And they're saying, no, not yet. So he is very distraught. He thinks he's killed her. Then he sees her happen to move and assumes she must be suffering terribly. So he takes a tire iron and plunges it into her, really killing her. So now the prank has backfired, and the sorority sisters are all arguing with one another what to do. And the sorority sister portraying whose name is Jennifer in the film, takes the lead and says, we can't have anybody know this, and so they throw her down the well. But then, when they all get back to college, somebody is stalking them and showing on their cell phones the tire iron and a shadowy figure. So is it the girl they killed who has come back from the dead to haunt them? Or is somebody else trying to teach them a lethal weapon as little by little, one by one, they're being stalked and killed? So as I said, this is a variation on I Know What You Did Last Summer, but the acting is very well done. So the young girls, I don't know if they're going to be seen in any other movies, but in this movie, they all act very well. So Sorority Row, as a thriller, I would give 1, 2, 3.5 Paglia paw prints of approval, okay? That's Sorority Row. Jennifer's Body stars Megan Fox as a high school senior, and she has a friend portrayed by Amanda Siegfried, the girl who played Meryl Streep's daughter in Mamma Mia. And, excuse me, Jennifer and her friend Needy in the movie go to a local tavern where